Hello everyone. This game is played by my students, and let's see. And White played e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, castling, knight f6, d3, d6, knight c3. You can also play h6, h3 here to avoid the bishop g4 pin. So since it is h3 is not played, this move is very common to pin. Okay, to avoid it, you just can play this move. And black also plays h6 so that, you know, to avoid the pins. Anyways, bishop g4 is on the on the board, and h3. Now you can simply maintain the pin with bishop h4. But the opponent killed the knight, queen takes, castles, and bishop g5. Of course, h6 comes again to disturb that. You can also take on bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, queen takes f6, pawn takes f6. But when queens are off the board, and this double pawn is very not so easy for the beginners to exploit it. I mean, yes, there it is a weakness still, and it should be. mm, yeah, it should be a weakness is a weakness, but unless until you exploit it the right way to exploit it, you can, you know, you can't take advantage of it. Now, let's see. Now, after h6, bishop e3 is played. So most beginners don't want to exchange the queens. The bishop e3 is not a bad move. Yeah, bishop to d4. You can also play knight d4 or knight to d4. But bishop it can leads to, pawn takes, and knight to d5 and pawn to takes. This very similar structure, pawn here and bishop to g4. I mean, sorry, bishop to b3. Okay. Now, so instead of knight d4, bishop d4, bishop to d4 is also quite decent, because if you take it, you just knight takes it and attacks the queen, and queen knight is also threatening on c2, attacking the c2 pawn and queen, and the queen have to retreat back. All right, so White came up with a simple idea to improve the queen. Instead of hitting that bishop on the center, inviting the knight. Queen to g3 idea is simply take bishop takes pawn. And often the beginners do these mistakes of not checking the opponent's ideas, and this is what happened. And black at this moment missed the move bishop takes pawn and played a very casual move a5 idea, kicking the bishop with b5. But doesn't matter. White happily takes the pawn, and threatening the mate. Now, of course, you can't take it because it is pin. Now this queen is attacking on g7, and the threatening mate. So obviously there are two ways to defend it, that is knight to h4 and knight to e8. So which opponent played knight to e8 defending it? Now you can't take it because it is defended twice. Now, and now white played knight to d5. Very good move, because see, simply this knight, always you have to develop. Yeah, I mean, after developing your pieces, you have to improve it and bring it to the position where it can be more resourceful, and that kind of piece which can contribute in attack. Now bishop takes pawn. Even though you are getting a pawn, after that it will be kicked by bishop rook to b1, and the bishop goes back, and bishop take rook takes pawn again, climbing that uh, you know pawn. Now queen to d7, a decisive mistake is played here, because now after this everything is over for black. Simply because of this simple move of knight to f6. Of course you can't take it, because queen can take it, threaten a mate, but opponent, you know opponent simply, obviously the white have killed this one, is also okay move. I mean, here you can't take with queen, because simply queen rook takes it. So instead of taking, the black took with the knight, uh, and this is what made happened. This is what happened, but instead you can find a better move. Here is, after taking this, you can simply play this move, uh, and give up a rook rather than giving a queen. You can simply take this, and king takes it, and knight to e6 is also winning a queen. No matter you take with queen, bishop will take it, or if you take with pawn, obviously this will take the rook, but this is also a losing. So after knight take queen d7, it's several ways the game is losing. So all obviously you have to, whenever you miss tactics, you will have to pay price for the opponent, from your side. So this is what has happened. Hopefully you learned something from this game. Thank you.